me 1 second. I told you I was done it today. 1 second. So Bree, just say your one again. So Luke, I agree with you. It's Brendan's fault.
Luke, je suis d'accord avec toi. C'est la faute de Brendan.
La faute. Don't be afraid of the T there. Faute is a word in French, whether it's F-A-U-T or F-A-U-X. Yeah, there is a word in French for. But faute is, you are allowed to say. Luke, je suis d'accord avec toi, c'est la faute de Brendan. Or à Brendan la faute. Brendan, can you say, yes, Luke, I did it on purpose to annoy you? Yes, Luke, I did it on purpose to annoy you.
Oui, Luc, je le fais.
Pause. When you're working through my top 6 or my bottom 6, think pronouns first. Before we decide where we're going, pronouns first. I did it to annoy. I did it on purpose to annoy you.
Oui, Luc, je le fais.
Pause. I did is what? What's I did?
J'ai fait.
So there's an auxiliary, yes?
Yes. J'ai fait.
So what's I did it?
Je l'ai fait.
That's it. All right. So yes, Luke, I did it on purpose to annoy you.
Oui, je le fais deliberately.
We've gone back to je le fais. We're losing all vowel accuracy. Bloody vowels. You work with Logic Language Learning. Best French teacher online. Don't give me shit vowels. Off you go. Oui, Luke, give me the I did it action.
Oui, Luc, je l'ai fait deliberately.
Exprès, expressly on purpose. Exprès, yeah.
Je l'ai fait exprès parce que...
No. To annoy you. There's no new clause. To annoy you. Good man. What's the verb to annoy? Every week you mention this, and I say énervé. Don't use ennui. I don't like it. To annoy you. Pour
t'énerver.
Stop reading like a fool. Will you please spell me the first 3 letters of the verb énervé?
E-N-N.
In English, don't bother to be French now, because you weren't 10 seconds ago. Spell for me in English the first 3 letters of the word énervé.
E-N-N.
Of énervé, not ennuyé.
E-N-E.
That's a lovely job. Well done, you. So the fact is, when N has a vowel after it, it's N, not on. Yeah, so say to me énervé.
Énervé.
Now say pour t'énerver.
T'énerver.
Now say, lui, Luc, je l'ai fait exprès pour t'énerver. I did it on purpose to annoy you.
Oui, Luc, je le fais exprès.
Je le fais is I do it. It's I did it past tense.
Je l'ai fait. Oh, pardon.
Come on, up your game. This is your last go. Go. I did it on purpose to annoy you. Come on, mouth closed. Work harder.
Je le fais exprès.
No. You've missed your chance. It would have been je l'ai fait exprès pour t'énerver. You've got to work harder, Bren. Sorry, but that's not good. Je l'ai fait. I've been over it. Auxiliary. Yeah. Stop. Think about it. When I come back to you on the next sentence, I want to hear that one again. Lovely. I can see a hideously sallow wraith-like creature with a mic off thing. So Sarah's around somewhere. I'll find her eventually. I'll go through the cemetery and pick her out. So basically, Denise, we need to work on our profile photographs, people. So Denise, Luke, my skin is young and pink in this light. Luke, my skin is young and pink in this light.
Luc, mon pied est jaune.
No. My skin is not mine, yours. My skin is young and pink in this light. My skin.
You meaning yours, not mine, right?
I did. Number 1, there's a rule here. The rule is, oh my God, Sarah, warn me if you're going to do that. Good God. Denise, I've told you the rule. If you say my, you translate my. I tell you guys every week, there's no flipping around between first and second person. It gets on my tits. Okay? So my skin. If I say my, translate my. It's not for you to kind of work out first and second person.
Okay.
Off you go. Say for me, my skin is young and pink in this light. Off you go, Denise.
Mon peu. Is that it?
Vowels are everything.
Okay.
Ma peau. Ma peau.
Ma peau est rouge et jaune.
Young and pink. Young and pink. Come on.
Rouge et
But young and pink, America. We don't just say the same thing again. It was wrong. Young.
jaune.
Young and pink. Pink.
Jaune et rouge dans.
That's the same word again, America. Do you want to pick another word other than rouge for pink? Pink.
Try to think of pink.
Well, then don't keep saying red.
I know, but what? I don't know the word. I
So
forget
don't
the
keep saying the one I've told you is wrong. Rose.
rose. Wait. Ma peau est jaune et rose dans cette lumière.
Good, nice join. Que ma peau est jaune et rose dans cette lumière.
Ma peau est jaune et rose dans cette lumière.
Cette lumière.
Cette lumière.
Good. Susan, you look fabulous. You look like Cruella de Vil with a furry stole collar kind of thing. Say, yes, Luke, I like to kill small dogs for fashion. Yes, Luke, I like to kill small dogs for fashion. Susan, I can't hear you, my love. Susan.
Ah, okay.
The clue is in the word Susan. Tricky, I know. Off you go.
J'aime tuer les animaux.
Pause. I didn't say all dogs. I did all animals, you sick individual. I said I like to kill small dogs because I'm being nice. I didn't give you the word puppies. Okay. I like to kill small dogs for fashion.
J'aime tuer des petits.
Liking the word day, Susan. Liking the word day because it's not all small dogs. You haven't achieved your world goal yet. So j'aime tuer des petits chiens. The word for a puppy is a chiot. A chiot. Yeah. You can remember it because chier is to shit, and that is what puppies do everywhere. So j'aime tuer. Now, if I said, here's a boring bit of grammar. If I've got a preceding adjective before a noun, I should say de rather than des. So, for example, they're building beautiful houses. Ils vont construire de belles maisons. If you feel that the plural preceding adjective before your noun is so part of it, then it can stay a day. Alors, moi, j'aime tuer des petits chiens. As in, you're giving me petit chien as an entity. You can still say des petits chiens. So for me, for fashion, what's for fashion? We're talking fashion generally. Pour
À la mode.
À la mode is the expression, but for fashion, not à la mode, just fashion. Pour la.
Oh, la mode.
La mode. Good. So put it together for me, Susan. J'aime tuer des petits chiens pour la mode.
J'aime tuer les petits chats pour la mode.
That'll do. Lovely. Tabitha. Luke, do you like the photograph behind me? Luke, do you like the photograph behind me? Tabitha, you're in silence, my darling. Tabitha, you're in silence.
Oh, Luke.
That's better.
Tam.
No, we're not using slang. Do you like the photograph behind me? Don't use slang.
Luke, est-ce que...
Lovely. Now, you've jumped up. I don't mind est-ce que tu aimes. That's fine. I don't mind tu aimes. That's a perfectly good decision to use you like because it's somebody that you're using tu with. If you're using tu with somebody, by all means, don't feel the need to use est-ce que. Sarah, do you want a cup of coffee? Tu veux une tasse? You know, if you're using tu with somebody, fine. But don't say tem straight away. It's too slangy for you guys. So Stephanie, do you like the photo behind me? Do you like the photo behind me?
Okay. Luke, est-ce que tu aimes le photo dernière
Me?
Moi?
Good. Can't be je because je is doing a verb. Can't be me because me is having a verb done to it. Derrière, not dernière. That would be last. So ça fait Luc, tu aimes la photo, feminine photo. Luc, tu aimes la photo derrière moi?
Luc,
We don't need to make such a hard Luc. Luc, tu aimes la photo derrière moi?
Luc,
I don't want to pause. Luc, tu aimes, link it. Luc, tu aimes.
Luc, tu aimes la photo.
But all you've done is move your bloody you lazy trollop. You went, Luc, and I went, don't say and you went, Luc, tu, and you just moved your It's like, that's like, you're illegally parked here, ma'am. Okay, you move one car parking space and park illegally again. Don't have a pause, go more slowly. Luc, tu aimes la photo derrière moi?
Luc.
No pause after Luc.
Okay.
Tuck
Luc,
the stars and stripes away. Tuck them away. Tuck them away. Put them in a drawer. Focus. Luc, tu aimes la photo derrière moi? Go.
Luc, tu aimes la photo derrière moi?
Derrière, not dernière. There's no N in it.
Okay. D'accord.
Go on then, do it.
Luc.
Tabitha, look at Auntie Lukey. It's one down from Medusa. You'll feel sick, but you won't actually turn to stone. Don't be a doofus. Luc, tu. Just say that to me. Luc, tu.
Luc, tu.
Gorgeous. Now say derrière. There's no N in it. Say derrière.
Derrière.
Gorgeous. Your accent is lovely. Everywhere else, it's lovely. Luc, tu aimes la photo derrière moi?
Luc, tu aimes la photo?
No pause. No pause. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you guys just want to put pauses everywhere. Why? Luke, do you like the photo behind me? Just try without the pause. Plus, I've told you 7 times. And allegedly, you're responsible for people's safety. And right now, I wouldn't give you a paper straw to look after. Off you go. Luc, tu aimes la photo derrière moi? Go.
Luc, tu aimes la photo derrière moi?
No. You disgust me. You sicken me. I feel a little bit sick, and I do anyway, so you've not helped. When I come back to you, I want to hear derrière, not dernière. Good. Brendan, I hope you're silently practicing your one. Tia, Luke, do you like my hair? The color is more is deeper than last time. Luke, do you like my hair? The color is deeper than last time.
Luc, est-ce que tu aimes la couleur de mes cheveux? C'est plus foncé que la dernière fois.
Depuis la dernière fois.
Depuis la dernière fois.
Good. Good. Foncé people, not français, foncé deeper. Yeah, not profond, like deep in a well or something, you know, where I bury my bodies. You know, so like dark blue, bleu foncé, light blue, bleu clair. Yeah, bleu clair. Good. Sarah, are you going through airport security? Or you might be with Tabitha. I hope not for your own personal safety, but are you with Tabitha, Sarah? Right, no, she's back. So say for me, Luke, it's interesting other people listen less than I do. Luke, it's interesting, which is something. So say for me, Luke, it's interesting other people listen less than I do.
Luc, c'est intéressant que autre...
No. That is a possibility, but that is not what I said. Other people, it's interesting. Breath. I'm allowing a breath there on purpose. What would need to happen, Sarah, if I said it's interesting that? What would have to happen after that?
Subjunctive.
And that isn't what we're going to do. But to be fair, it would sound the same anyway, because what is the verb to listen?
Entendre.
The verb to listen?
Écouter.
Good job, you. And what is the she, he, she form of écouter?
Écoute.
Sorry, I apologise. The they form, but it's the same thing. What's the they form of écouter?
Écoute.
Gorgeous. So that would sound the pissing same in the subjunctive. Are we all agreed? Quick reminder for those that pretend to do the homework but don't. An A verb in the subjunctive. Normal A verb. Je mange, tu manges, il mange, nous mangeons, vous mangez, il mange. Subjunctive A verb. Mange, 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 mangions, mangiez, mange. Normal soft hard verb, for example, vend, 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 vendons, vendez, vend. Subjunctive soft hard verb. Vend, 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 vendions, vendiez, vend. So, How do you say other people?
Autre personne.
Pause. Go again.
Autre personne.
Where's the article in autre
Le-
personne? There's no article with it.
L'autre personne.
Why would there be one plural other people?
Des autres
That's-
personnes.
Yeah, or d'autres personnes, because it's basically then, like I was saying earlier, a plural noun that has a plural adjective before it. The they becomes the de. Case in point, d'autres personnes, ou les autres. Luc, c'est intéressant. Les autres, les autres écoutent moins que moi. Luc, just go with les autres, the others. Say, Luc, c'est intéressant. Les autres écoutent moins que moi.
Luc, c'est intéressant. Les autres personnes.
Les autres, don't hide it, don't hide it, don't hide it. I like the ability to try and be soft. I'm liking that. But don't hide the words. Luc, c'est intéressant. Les autres écoutent moins que moi.
Luc, c'est intéressant.
No. You and I-N. God, if I had $1 for every single time I'd make this correction, will you please say for me the word wine? What's the word wine?
Vin.
Nice twang, nice twang. Will you all pissing say the word interesting for me properly?
Intéressant.
Thank you. And you will go, intéressant. Like Pete, it's like Peter Griffin on Family Guy. You will go, like in this silent little quiet little noise. Do you know what I mean? Good. Intéressant. If you don't remember it in the muscle memory, it means you're speaking in consonants, not vowels. Good, Sarah. Back up to the top. Or should we randomize it? No, Brie. No, everybody has difficulty remembering it. Bit of a challenge in the grammar for you there, Brie, but nothing difficult. Everybody has difficulty remembering it. Everybody has difficulty remembering it.
Tout le monde a des difficultés.
Pause. Say for me, I have difficulty speaking. I've given you this before, all of you. I also did a video on this on the weekend when I was sick and unwell in a dressing gown, but still devoted to the dark arts of French. What the is when you say you have difficulty doing something? It involves the word Malbury, my darling. What is it? J'ai
mal.
That's I'm in pain, which my ears are right now, but I have difficulty.
J'ai du mal.
Thank you. As we've done before. J'ai du mal. And then what comes after that, Brie? J'ai du mal.
Ah.
Thank you. Does it sound like j'ai mal? Yes. Is it j'ai mal? No. So say for me, I have difficulty speaking. Just say that.
J'ai du mal à parler.
Good. Don't go all quiet in the throat. J'ai du mal. Every twang has got to be a twang. Off you go. I have difficulty speaking.
J'ai du mal à parler.
That was lovely. Now say for me, everybody has difficulty remembering. And we'll stop there and then we'll change something else. Everybody has difficulty remembering the situation. We'll go there. Everybody has difficulty remembering the situation. Go.
Tout le monde a du mal à souvenir.
Pause. Very nice up until there. Tout le monde a du mal à. What is the verb to remember? What form of the verb to remember am I going to need, Brie, if I'm after a preposition? What form of a verb do I need after a preposition?
Infinitive.
Good job, you. What's the infinitive verb to remember?
Souvenir.
Yes. What?
Souvenir.
Pardon my manners. Pardon. What? Say for me, I remember. Say for me, present tense, I remember.
Je souviens.
What are we missing?
Je me souviens.
What? How many letters of the alphabet has Brendan gotten up to learning? He's up as far as C, isn't he? A, B, C. Do we remember ABC verbs, Brie? Do we? What is an ABC verb? It is a reflexive verb. So basically, we have to remember that some verbs come with the reflexive as standard, or the pronominal verb as they're sometimes known. So basically, strictly speaking, you can be pronominal without being reflexive, but anyway. So the point is, what in the present tense is I remember the situation?
Je me souviens.
I remember the situation.
Je me souviens la situation.
Excuse me, A, B, C. Look at Auntie Lukey, look at Auntie Lukey. A stands for the reflexive. B stands for the verb. C stands for the fact you need a pronoun bit. It's the preposition bit, pardon me. Could be a pronoun bit later on. Reminds you, you need, rather than danser, you need bleu, danser, bleu. You need something on either side. So what's I remember the situation? Je
me souviens à la situation.
That's A and B. So you're giving me the reflexive, give me the verb. I now need the preposition. Je me souviens
de.
That's it, Brie. Well done. Yes. Think about it, guys. A normal verb would be I kill puppies. Je tue whatever. Les chiots. Okay? Okay, it goes straight across. I know Brendan. Not biblically, but what happens in business on stage and business on. Je connais Brendan. Okay? That's a normal verb. We then also talked about indirects. I give Brendan a flower. Je donne une fleur à Brendan. We've talked about that kind of thing. The ABC verb is when a standard, you're going to have to use a reflexive, and then we need a preposition to take us somewhere else. So will you please say for me, I. Now, the only reason I say situation is because it's feminine. So it allows you to remember that de. We could just as well say du projet or whatever. So could you say for me one more time, Brie, I remember the situation. Je
me souviens de la situation.
Good. Now, don't bother getting it in your brains. That's no good for anybody. Get it in your mouth. Good. Well done. Now take that and say I'm going to remember the situation. Say I'm going to remember the situation.
Je vais me souviens de la situation.
Pause. What form of a verb are you going to need if it's now after the first verb?
The infinitive.
That's right. It's almost as if some lanky creature in London gave you present, past, present, was, will, would, subjunctive, infinitive of all the verbs. So je vais, I'm going to remember the situation. Je vais
me souvenir.
Finish it. The situation.
De la situation.
Go again. Get it in your mouth.
Je vais me souvenir à la... Non, attends. Je vais me souvenir de la situation.
Good. Now say for me, everybody has difficulty remembering the situation. Just go with that one. Remembering that everybody is not an I. So think what's going to happen to the reflexive. Everybody has difficulty remembering the situation.
Tout le monde a du mal se souvenir.
Tout le monde a du mal.
A du mal à.
That's it. Sometimes we need to perform more than one trick. Think how Tabitha got her deposit together on a flat. You just have to turn tricks. More than one. Tout le monde a du mal à. On to the next trick. Se souvenir. Off you go. So say to me, everybody has difficulty remembering the situation. Go.
Tout le monde a du mal à se souvenir de la situation.
Good girl. Freaking brilliant. And I'm only using girl as a compliment to your annoyingly youthful complexion rather than in a patronising way. God, we found out you were in your 30s last week. It nearly killed me. So basically, now, we have done this. We have done this, people. Everybody has difficulty remembering it. Brie, what is the word for it we will use if we are replacing de and some other crud? What verb for it do we use?
Oh.
Thank God I didn't have the strength physically and morally to explain to you don versus on today. I didn't. My God. I've cancelled classes today because I feel so sick. The only reason I did this was because I thought people are getting up on time and setting alarms and stuff. Oh, Right, so say for me, tout le monde a du mal. Off you go. Tout le monde a du mal à. And also, because if I teach people their private class today, they won't get quite as detailed and intense an experience as I know they secretly like. They just get a gentle version, which is not what people pay the money for. So say for me, everybody has difficulty remembering it. Off you go.
Tout le monde a du mal sans venir. Tout le monde a du mal.
That's your sentence to practice until next time. That's your sentence to practice until next time. Tout le monde a du mal sans souvenir. I suggest you knock the microphone off, have a little go. Good, I'm coming back to Brendan. What's your sentence, Brendan? You've been practicing something for me.
Luc, je l'ai fait exprès pour énerver.
To annoy whom?
Oh, je le fais
Je
exprès.
l'ai fait.
Luc, je l'ai fait exprès te l'énerver. Pour te l'énerver.
Pour t'énerver.
Pour
Good
t'énerver.
grief. Good God. Where's the ball gag when I need it? Lovely. Off you go. Brendan, your next sentence. Forgive me, Luke. I should have done it correctly. Forgive me, Luke. I should have done it correctly.
Pardonne-moi, Luc.
Stand still. Now, I'm a
dû...
gentle, loving person, as you know, all of you. But if I have to explain should and should have one more time to any of you, then it will be like General Zod in the first fucking Superman film when he spirals off into the Phantom Zone going, forgive me, and gets sent away. You will be expelled out of this group so damn fast. What is the word for should? Assuming we're not a nous and a vous, what is the word for should, Brendan?
Devoir. No.
That's the infinitive. I need some smelling salts for a Bible. Do I have any to hand? Okay. What's the word for should?
Devoir.
Have you gained an American passport and renewed enthusiasm and vigor? I rely on Americans to enthusiastically say the same thing again. I rely on Brits to just to panically go, Why is it going to suddenly become that? It was wrong 2 seconds ago. What's should?
Devrait.
Thank you. You now should have. Bottom line. What should have? Or
J'aurais dû.
good. Or anybody aurait dû. Side note, ladies and gentlemen, aurions dû, auriez dû, devrions, devriez. Okay. Don't forget that because a kick in the face is liable to offend. So could you now please say for me, I should have done it. Now, the minute you start hearing an it, you are going to want to start ramming your little, you're going to want to start ramming in your little l in all kinds of terrible places. But they don't go in those places because we have to deal with the modal verb first. Or you could listen to me rather than just all of you nod at me and smile sweetly and listen to when I say bits before verbs except before the infinitive. In the sentence, Brendan, I should have done it. In French, there's an infinitive, isn't there? So how do you say I should have done it?
J'aurais dû le faire.
Go again. You said j'aurais dû le faire, which is your own private matter. Say for me, j'aurais dû le faire.
J'aurais dû le faire.
Gorgeous. Be careful, people. You'll use that tense, je l'aurais fait. I would have done it. So would have, yes. Je l'aurais mangé, je l'aurais whatever. Should have, j'aurais dû le faire. Good job, Brendan. Sarah. Brendan, I had difficulty remembering the same words, plural. I had difficulty remembering the same words. I had difficulty, off you go. I had difficulty remembering the same words.
J'ai du mal.
I had is not j'ai. I had difficulty.
J'ai eu du mal.
I see where you're going, and that's not wrong per se. I see what you're doing, in one go, but could we go with the description? I had difficulty, like over an ongoing period.
J'avais du mal à me souvenir le mot.
Pause. What's the verb to remember? Se souvenir what?
De. Se souvenir
You
de.
cannot get away from that de, bitches. None of you can do that. You can transform the de into a don, you can transform the de into an on, or even a se don, but you need to reference that de. Stand still with the exception of a que. Je me souviens que, new clause. You can't do that, but that we're not talking about yet. So say for me, I should have, no, sorry, what did I give you? I used to have difficulty remembering the two words. I used to have difficulty remembering the two words. Off you go.
J'avais du mal à me souvenir
De lait becomes what?
Des deux mots.
Good, but can we just pronounce the word two properly?
De.
Good, go again. Sing it out to me. Give me the twangs. I want to hear you. Don't cough. We don't cough when we speak in English. We don't need to cough when we speak in French.
Plus j'avais du mal à me souvenir de.
No, I'm liking the muscle memory. I'm speaking. I'm liking the muscle memory of de, but not when it's got a lay after it. Off you go.
Plus j'avais du mal à me souvenir des mots-mêmes.
The two words.
Des deux mots-mêmes. Or des
I don't
deux
need the mem. I
mots.
just need des deux mots. Good. You
Des
bore me
deux
one more
mots.
time. You got one more go.
Luc, j'avais du mal à me souvenir des deux mots.
Good. On to Denise. The present tense of this phrase is je lui en veux. I resent him. I would have resented her if she had made a mistake. The present tense of the verb to make a mistake is elle se trompe. Present tense of I resent her, je lui en veux. Or I resent him, it's the same grammar. Present tense of she makes a mistake is elle se trompe. I would have resented her if she had made a mistake.
Je lui aurais en
Pause. Copy my present tense. Je lui en veux.
Je lui en veux.
Could you please tell me which pronouns you can hear? Say them out loud for me. Don't isolate them. What can you hear?
Lui en.
Good. Subject pronoun, je lui en, you can include in all but one of your six and all but one of your bottom six. Yeah, it's only the infinitive model which is going to separate the je and the lui en.
Okay.
I would have resented her. Are we in the infinitive model?
No, we're not.
Therefore, am I quite safe in saying je lui en?
Yes.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
I would have resented her.
Je lui en aurais vu.
Pause. If we are on the bottom line, what comes after an auxiliary? What comes after an auxiliary?
Past participle.
Thank you very much. You can tell people occasionally listen to me because even in their native accents, if they say past, they say past and they copy me, which is a nice sign of people listening. But the fact is, it's just part of my plans for world domination. You'll be my foot soldiers in my new world order. So my daughter's head of military command because she takes no prisoners. She'll scythe anybody that doesn't listen 3 times. So basically, je lui en aurais. What's the word that's coming next?
Voulu.
Vowels.
Voulu.
Vowels.
Voulu.
That's 3 times. Sig, you've had your life. Okay, she might harvest your organs with her bare hands. Spell that word for me, that past participle.
Voulu.
Lovely. Would you now pronounce that for me? Bearing in mind we've got an OU in there.
Voulu.
Would you please say the word you as if you're talking to me with respect?
Vous.
Why then do we need it to sound any different in that word? Any different in that word?
Voulu.
Vous, twang, 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 twang. Voulu.
Voulu.
Okay. If you say vous, it's like a room with a view. No, voulu. Let me hear it. Voulu.
Voulu.
Nice. So, je lui en aurais voulu. Go on.
Je lui en aurais voulu.
Good. Now, the present tense of she makes a mistake is elle se trompe.
Oui.
Which pronouns, including the subject pronoun, can you hear in elle se trompe?
Elle se.
Are we, if I said if she had made a mistake, am I going into a tense with an infinitive as the main verb there? No. Therefore, am I allowed to keep elle and se together? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm saying she had made a mistake, Denise, am I top line or bottom line?
We are bottom line.
Good job, you. Well done, which means I now need to factor in shut up, Lukey. Fucktard. I now need to excuse me, someone asked me to do their tax and they can't just ask me to drop everything. I'm teaching. Well, cool. Fucking hell, some people treat me like a fucking secretary. Lovely.
Elle s'avait trompée.
Clean it up.
Elle s'avait trompée.
From sea to shining sea. Why would it be right now? It was wrong 5 seconds ago. Say for me, she got washed.
Elle s'est lavée.
Which auxiliary was that?
It was the first one on the left in the bottom row.
No, which infinitive was it in the middle? Which verb was it? What verb were you using as the auxiliary?
Être.
Good. Why was that, Denise?
Because it is past tense. It is
No. My decision about why it's elle say. My point is, why is it être in the middle?
Because it is a reflexive.
Lovely. Is the tense you've just not done also a reflexive?
Okay. Yeah.
Had you, any of you, bothered to go over je me suis, je m'étais, je me serais as Lukey prescribed, we wouldn't be saying elle savait, would we? We would be so damn muscle memory slick as fuck saying elle s'était, it wouldn't happen. Can we have mon and an ave? Yes, the m might be done by somebody else. So, for example, elle m'en avait voulu, as opposed to I had resented myself, je m'en étais voulu. Yes, that's quite achievable. But the se, be it reflexive or reciprocal, will always require the verb to bloody be. Mm-hmm. Are we completely clear on that, people? In France, the Voice TV show is known as The Voice La Plus Belle Voix. And Mika, that pop star, do you remember him, Brendan? He's French Lebanese, so he basically speaks reasonably good French. And he went on, he's a judge on the, the panel. And he said, after realizing this, now he did it properly because it was the same person. So he did après and an infinitive rather than après que. So well done so far. But instead of saying après m'être rendu compte, he said après m'avoir rendu compte. Why is that wrong, Denise? Because se rendre compte is what kind of a verb?
It is a reflexive.
I mean, amongst other bits of crap. Yes, entirely right. Okay. Even people, this is the one that always throws you if it's reflexive indirect. So that would mean I bought myself. So in the sentence, I bought myself a coffee, or anybody watching that's enjoying the class can by going to the coffee link underneath, Kofi, and purchasing me a coffee in an incremental value of $3. So basically, that doesn't actually buy you a coffee in London, though. So it's like, it starts like when you have allergy milk, I need to contact the coffee website. Although in LA, if you say that you've got allergies, they're not allowed in Starbucks to charge you more for the milk now. And there's this big thing where this girl said, "Can I please not have dairy?" And some woman was seen on camera who works in LA Starbucks saying, "Oh, she's just trying it on for the whatever." You know, whatever. And so this girl went into like shock and had some allergy because of it. So in other words, if you say, "I bought myself a coffee," what are you buying yourself, Denise? Denise, I bought myself a coffee. What are you buying yourself in the sentence?
A coffee.
That's right. But how would you say I bought myself a coffee?
I'm not sure if it's reflexive or whether it
What
is.
did Lukey say? If it's me and je, it's going to be reflexive.
Okay, regardless.
Reflexive indirect, as I said a moment ago. Linguists listen. Say for me, I bought myself a coffee.
Je me suis acheté.
Back in the cage. Back in the cage. Say for me, I got washed.
Je me suis lavé.
Right. Now that is just reflexive direct. Say for me, I bought myself. Imagine you paid for yourself in some kinky online auction. Brendan, I know you've been doing it on OnlyFans. Put your own online valuer. Say for me, I bought myself. Imagine you bought yourself, Denise. Say for me, I bought myself.
Je me suis acheté.
Lovely. Some people do je me suis acheté. Lovely. Some people wouldn't do OnlyFans, Brendan. So now say for me, I bought myself a coffee. It's still reflexive.
Okay. Je me suis acheté un café.
I despise the use of okay when people are pretending it's the first time they've been given information. Note to all of you. That's shout out to Stephen Savory, who spread that cancer. Don't say okay as if it's the first time you've heard information. Anytime je and me come together, it is reflexive. There's no have. There's no je m'avais. There's no whatever. Good. Whereas I've done Sarah before, Denise. This time I'm coming across to Susan. Susan, after waking up, he rang Susan. After waking up, he rang Susan. Who might this be, Susan? No one husband needs to know about, but you can keep it safe with me. So off you go. After waking up, he rang Susan. After waking up, he rang Susan.
Après être...
Pause. Now, I don't think this is wrong. I think it's mispronounced. Say for me, he woke up.
Il s'est lavé.
He needed to wake up before he got washed. He woke up. Il s'est...
il s'est réveillé.
Final attempt on the word wake up.
Il s'est réveillé.
Listen to Auntie Lukey. She's a mean bitch, but she knows her shit inside out. What do I say? If a verb starts with an R and a D, in particular, listen to it. Listen to the vowels, because there are an ample collection of R and re and de and de. That goes for all vowels, quite frankly. Yeah? So listen to me. Réveiller.
Réveillé.
Good job. What's the vowel journey of réveiller? Nice work, you. What's the verb you're confusing it with? Lever, as in je me lève. Yeah, that's the get up. Okay. So in the sentence je me suis réveillé, tu t'es réveillé. Could you just quickly say to me, she got up? Elle
s'est lavée.
She's gone back to washing herself. She woke up. She got up. I don't mind whether you use lever or réveiller, but just give me one of those, not wash. Elle Right, go back to wake up. What's the verb with an R for wake up? Se
réveiller.
That was a nice pronunciation, madam. She woke up, past tense. Action.
Elle se levait.
Stand still.
Elle,
Use a template. Say for me, I got washed. Go back to your pitiful I got washed. It's the only one you can all do. Say for me, I got washed.
je me suis lavé.
Good, great. Can I remind you, within this class, we've done je mange, je me, je me serai, je m'en serai. Good. So, je me suis. Use the template. What's the to version of je me suis lavé? What's the to version?
Tu t'es lavé.
Good, because we had an auxiliary, didn't we, Auntie Susan? Can we now have she got washed? God, this is why I was ill today. I knew this was coming. She got washed. Elle
s'est lavée.
Good job. Is there an auxiliary in elle s'est lavée? Yes. Is there a reflexive in elle s'est lavée? Yes. Off you go. After washing herself. Let's just say after washing herself. Après.
Après être se...
No, I knew it had gone wrong. Look at me and go over the classes properly, all of you. Where do bits go? Repeat my beautiful song. Bits before, repeat the song, Susan. Where does it go? No, not repeat. Come up with it yourself. Bits before.
Bits before verbs except before auxiliary.
We were one word out, which impressed me. No, it didn't impress me. It would impress me if I lowered my standards to the internet. But if by the internet standards, it impressed me. Now go to my standards. It's a sentence you've heard many times. So how about we remember it? Bits before verbs except before. Brendan, what's the last word? Bits before verbs except before.
Infinitives.
Thank you. Repeat that back to me, Susan.
Bits before verbs except before infinitives.
Which means, ladies and gentlemen, side note, bits before verbs except before infinitives should really be bits before verbs except before last infinitives. Don't include the causative. I'll come on to that in a second. So in other words, if you've got an infinitive or a final infinitive in a sentence, the one that's the furthest to the right, your pronouns will go there. In après être, well chosen, correct use of have, Susan, well done. Sorry, correct use of after, well done, because it's the same dude. Well done, well done, well done. What form of a verb is être?
It's an infinitive.
So does it not stand to reason that the pronouns will go before that? Okay, Sarah, sorry, bye. Loads of love. Everybody wave for Sarah. Good. Lovely. Off you go. Off you go. So off you go. After. So what's the pronoun that we're playing with at the moment? Après.
Se.
That's right. So how would you say after waking up? After getting washed? Après.
Après s'être lavé.
Great. That's all it is. If I went back to, let's do one with Tabitha. Tabitha, if I said, je lui en veux, which literally means I to him of it want. I want him over it. I resent him. Je lui en veux. Tabitha, would you please repeat for me? Je lui en veux.
Je lui en veux.
Nice accent. What pronouns can we hear other than the je? Je lui en veux. What pronoun, what little crappy biddy words can we hear in the middle of that sentence?
Lui en.
Great. If I went through all six on the top line, lui and en will come before the top, before the whatever. So I haven't seen you in a while, Tabby, so you can do this for me. So would you please say to me, plain and simple, I want. What's I want? Plain and simple. Don't even overthink it, just I want.
Je veux.
Good. Now pop in the pronouns. I resent him. Pop in the pronouns.
Je lui en veux.
Very nice sliding. What is my slogan for the was tense? Everybody A. If we can't find where it comes from, go to the nous. Tabitha, what is we want? Nous
voulons.
Nice accent. Nice ooh. Nice ooh. Okay. So can we now say I wanted in the was tense? Je voulais. The imperfect, I wanted, je voulais.
Je voulais.
Thank you. Now, can you pop in the pronouns and say I want? I resented her. I resented him. In the ongoing, pop in the pronouns.
Je.
The two you've just given me, the pronouns you've just given me.
Je, elle, on.
You've just done it. What were the two you've just done?
Lui, on.
Thank you. So stick them in the thing.
Okay. Je lui, on.
Don't give me them separately. Put them before je voulais. Put them in together. Put it all in one go.
Okay. Je lui, on voulait.
Lovely. That's called using a template. Right. Give me I will want. We know this super well because we know this is I would like. I would like or I will like. We know the irregular block of this verb absolutely off by heart. If I asked you to say, Tabitha, I would like in French, how would you say I would like? You'd say je
voudrais.
Je voudrais. Lovely. So you know the irregular. So what's I will like? Je voudrais. Huh? We just spell AI. Yeah. So could you say I will resent him? Je lui. Same pronouns.
Je lui en voulais.
The one we've just done, the will. Je lui en voudrais. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Voudrais, go. Je lui en voudrais, go.
Je lui en voudrais.
Good job, you. Tabitha reminding you that the will is ray, ra, ron, and the would is ray, 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 rion, rie, ray. Everybody ray. So the would is going to sound the same. Voudrais. Pop in the pronouns. I would resent him if he stole my last gluten-free digestive biscuit. I would resent him. Je lui en. What's I would resent him? Pop in your pronouns, Tabitha. Je lui
en voulais.
Dude, the fucking would tense of it. We've just done it. Just because it starts with a V, it's not going to be the same word. Je lui en. The would version, we've just spoken about it at length. Je lui en
voudrais.
Good job, you. Subjunctive for want is rare for you guys because want normally creates a subjunctive. Veuille. So if it was like, it's weird that I resent him because he's a perfectly nice person. Que je lui en veuille, but it would be there. Now, say for me, Tabitha, assuming it was the same person before eating. 3 words, assuming it's the same person. So when I mean the same person, I mean that the next sentence or the previous sentence is also going to be him. So for example, before eating his body weight in hummus, Luke said a small prayer to his higher power. So in other words, so before eating, in 3 words, Tabitha, how do I say before eating? Avant
de manger.
Good job, you. Avant de plus infinitive because it's the same thing. Could you swap avant de manger and could you change out manger for the verb to want? Could you do that for me? Avant de. In the infinitive, Tabitha, the verb to want. Avant de.
Avant de.
The infinitive of the verb to want, my darling. What is the verb that you've been conjugating? Je veux, je voulais, je voudrais. What is the infinitive of that verb? It is
vouloir.
Nice accent. Very nice accent work. Would you now say for me before wanting? This means jack shit on its own. It needs to be like, before wanting a coffee, I fancied an orange juice, but then I saw Denise had a coffee. I thought, oh, let's have a coffee, Denise. Whatever. Okay? So say for me before wanting, just say that in 3 words.
Avant de vouloir.
Good job, you. Which one of those words is the infinitive, Tabby? Which one of those words is the infinitive?
Vouloir.
What did we just remind ourselves? Bits before verbs except before an infinitive. That means your little pronouns. Could you remind me, Tabitha, what are the 2 pronouns that you're talking about here?
Lui en.
So could you now go before resenting him? I was actually quite friends with him. So what's before resenting him? Susan, you're doing the bottom line. So up you go before resenting him. Avant
de vouloir.
Where's the pronouns that you've got to stick in? Avant
de lui en vouloir.
Good job. See how verbs work. Yeah. There's only the last one where je lui en aren't together. Je lui en something, je lui en, je lui en, je lui en, je lui en, avant de lui en. Can I be very clear, people? This last one, this infinitive one, it's not always going to be on a before. We just practice it on a before. It could be on loads of stuff. It's like, you know, I'm sorry to resent her, but she's just the whatever. Je suis désolé de lui en vouloir. There's loads of ways into it. I'm going to resent her. Je vais lui en vouloir. As Bree did early when we learned that a vais can go into an infinitive. Yeah, Brenda did should eventually. I should resent her because she's a thieving bitch, but whatever, she's good fun. Je devrais lui en vouloir. There's all kinds of things which get us into an infinitive. And if we have an infinitive, that is how our verb works. Right, Susan, come to the bottom line for me. Say for me, I wanted as an action. I wanted as an action.
J'avais voulu.
I could strike you with a closed fist. Could you please say for me, I wanted as an action?
J'ai voulu.
Better. We won't talk about the last few seconds, will we? Now, could you please say for me, I resented her, which is a very easy sentence to say right now. Up you go. Could you please say, I resented her?
Je lui en ai voulu.
Lovely, lovely. Voulu, go a bit deeper on the voulu. Lovely.
Voulu.
Now go to the had, which bewitches all Americans. Say for me, I had resented her.
J'ai.
Look at me.
Je lui.
Look at me. Look at me. Stand still. Have we not desperately? I found out this week that someone's son has borrowed the stand still thing from me and is now like, because I don't like saying shut to people, I like saying stand still, focus. Why are you shut up when you can use an F word? Have we not, thanks to Tabitha's labours, discovered that the lui on is going to come first before anything verb wise? Yes. Have we not discovered that? Did we not do that with Brie and the je m'en? Have we not gone over that today? Yes.
Yes.
Is Lukey happy that you guys all go j'avais straight away? Yes, I'm happy that that exists for you, but it's not going to work in a verb with a pronoun. So what are the two pronouns that we've been listening to that are on display here now? What two pronouns are they, Susan?
Lui en.
You cannot go into a verb until you have done that. Yeah. If your verb were the infinitive, then fine, you can go into another verb and then stick it with the infinitive. But that's not where we are. So will you please say for me one more time, on its own this time? Let me baby you all. I had wanted. Let me hear that. I had wanted.
J'ai voulu.
I had wanted. I've got a stomachache. Don't make it worse. I had wanted.
J'avais voulu.
Now, I had resented her.
Je lui en avais voulu.
Lovely. I will have wanted. As I said to Tabitha, the will have and the would have in the je form are going to sound identical anyway for the most part. So will you please say to me, I will have wanted?
J'aurais voulu.
I will have resented her. As in, come December this year, I will have resented her for 7 years. What's I will have resented her?
Je lui en avais.
Lukey likes that your muscle memory likes avait, but that is not the one we are on.
Oh. Okay. Je lui en aurais voulu.
Good. Would be the same. Subjunctive. How would you say it's weird that I have wanted? What is the subjunctive of the verb to have, Auntie Susan?
A.
Good job. So if it were, it's weird that I resented her in an action, it's going to sound the same as the other normal one, but off you go. So it's weird that I resented her.
C'est bizarre que je lui m'en ai voulu.
Will you please use the pronouns that we have been displaying, which are which ones?
Lui en.
Do I like that you have mon in your mouth? Yes, it needs to be in your mouth, but not right now. There is a time and a place to have certain things in our mouth. This is not it. Off you go. Go with it's interesting. It's interesting. C'est intéressant que whatever.
C'est intéressant que
Je
lui en ai voulu.
Good. Now think back to what happened with the wake up of après no. We're now on the infinitive on the bottom line, which means infinitive on the auxiliary. Correct, Auntie Susan?
Mm-hmm.
What have we learned about the placement? So you're going to come at this from two rules: either A, bits before verbs unless there's an infinitive, or bits before verbs or before the infinitive or before the last infinitive, or you're just going to come at this or just go in with the pronouns. So would you now say for me, after resenting her, assume it's going to be the same person? Assume it's going to be the same person. Après
lui en être...
Stand still while the firing squad locks a mark on you. What auxiliary have we used up until this point with the other 5 that you've done?
Avoir.
I rest my case. Fire at will, gentlemen. Go again.
Après lui en avoir... lui en avoir voulu.
Good. Listen to Auntie Lukey, people. That is going to happen on all phrasal verbs. I'm not giving you some random ass form. Tia, try this for me. Using the verb s'intéresser à, to be interested in something. Yeah? Could you say, after being interested in it, after having been interested in it for 5 years, I started another hobby. Yeah, I used to be into taxidermy of students that I'd massacred. I just had them around the place. They look nice. They're fearful little dumb faces, unable to listen to a goddamn word. And some of them I invited over for private lessons and slay, and basically, whatever. But then I changed hobbies. I got into yoga. So the verb is s'intéresser à. So could you please say for me, Tia, after being interested in it for 5 years, I changed hobby.
Après m'y être intéressée pendant 5 ans, j'ai changé mon loisir.
J'ai changé de loisir.
J'ai changé de loisir.
Because s'intéresser à, S''int, tells us that it's reflexive. The a preposition tells us that it's obviously going to, when it then needs a pronoun, become e. As we've learned from Auntie Denise and Auntie Tabitha and all these other people, the pronoun will go before the infinitive. If your infinitive is an auxiliary, yeah, that's all it is. If you want to go, je m'intéresse à la situation, je m'y intéresse, je m'intéressais à la situation, je m'y intéressais, je m'intéresserai, je m'y intéresserai. Avant de m'intéresser à la situation, avant de m'y intéresser, je me suis intéressé à la situation, je m'y suis intéressé putain de merde. Je m'étais intéressé à la situation, je m'y étais intéressé. If you want to go all the way through them, but that is the thing. So bits before verbs. Good. 5 more minutes, one quick one each. Brie. Luke, you're right. We've already done this work. Luke, you're right. We've already done this work.
Luc, tu as la raison.
Tu as raison, tu as raison, tu as raison. I'm liking the impulse to pop an article with a noun. I talk about this a great deal. It's a good impulse to have. Well done, well done, well done. But in some verbs, just over the years, we've gotten rid of it. Hunger is a noun, you know, but you don't say tu as, you know, the hunger. You say tu as faim. All right. Yeah. I tend to, j'ai tendance à. We don't have to say j'ai la tendance à. So over the years, some in these kind of verbs, we often lose that article, that verb, that whatever, right? So off you go. Same again.
Tu as raison.
Mm-hmm. We've done this work.
On a fait ce travail.
Good. On a fait ce travail. Good. Brendan. I am happy that I am not the only person who doesn't listen.
Je suis content que je ne sois pas les seules personnes qui n'écoutent.
It was going so well. Je suis content que je ne sois pas. People are feminine. Or the word person is feminine. Brendan, it could be a big 6'4" shaved-headed rugby bloke. Yes, please. But it will still be feminine people. So je sois pas la seule personne.
La seule personne que...
Actually, no. I'm going to ditch the 6 foot idea. I've been with the 6'4". I'm in love with someone a lot shorter at the moment, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Lovely. Lovely. What was I going to say? Yeah, je sois pas la seule personne. Lovely. Who doesn't listen?
Qui n'écoute pas.
I'm so bored of you lot on fucking vowels. What's the verb to fucking listen that we've had already today anyway?
Écouter.
Écouter or écouter with an OU?
Écouter.
Don't be so... Look how slack you all are. You can't give it me the same way twice. Start waking up, people, and listen to vowels. I've just had écouter. Then I get écouter. Then I got it a different way again. Stop navigating words by consonants. What is the bloody vowel journey on the verb écouter? Go, Brendan.
Écouter.
Good. Wake up, all of you, on this. I can't have somebody of the vocal talents of Miss Susan going fucking hell. Fucking wake up, you lazy pinpricks. Fucking hell. Seriously, don't be lazy on vowels. I warned you, lesson 1. It was all about vowels. All right, off you go. If you find it a bit hard to remember the sequence, don't make it a sequence, ladies. Just go, écoute. Learn it as a line. Yes, which is also what I'm trying to get into. All right. Good. Nobody listens. Fuck. My God, I'm sitting here with pain, my hand over my stomach, and I'm hearing this shit. Denise, we using nous, we should have listened to you the first time, Luke. We should have listened to you the first time, Luke.
Nous aurions dû l'écouter la première fois.
We should have listened to you, not listened to it. Correct word order, but we should listen to you.
Nous aurions dû t'écouter la première fois.
Good. Nous aurions dû. Listen, you can't listen if you're speaking. Nous aurions dû t'écouter la. Don't nod. Nod isn't listening. Nod isn't a marketing meeting invention to feign listening. Listening is this. Nous aurions dû t'écouter la première fois. And again by yourself.
Nous aurions dû t'écouter la première fois.
No, la première fois. There's no such word as première. Okay. Good, Susan. When I see you, remember that when you use when, it's going to go to the future. No, we have done that, but I'm not going to push on that. Say to me, in person, I will be able to punish you physically. There's a river in Besançon. I suggest you all have your swimming skills up to speed. I will just push you the fuck in it. Off you go. In Besançon, I will be able to punish you physically. What's the verb to punish, Susan?
Punir? No.
Isn't it clear when someone spends time on the dark web? Lovely. Punir, lovely. So lovely, well done. So say for me, or your OnlyFans, Brendan. So say for me, in Besançon, I will be able to punish you, all of you. Hang on, can I have in Besançon first? I didn't hear that.
Oh, en personne?
Stan, we are doing that later, but in Besançon is the name of the town I run the language trips in.
Oh.
What do linguists do? Listen, off you go.
En Busan?
No, no. It's a town. It's a town.
À Busan.
Thank you.
Okay. À Busan.
Nice vowels, but we've got one left. Besançon. Repeat.
À Busan ensemble.
Besançon. We gained a vowel. Besançon. À Besançon.
Besançon.
Besançon. Just say Besançon.
Besançon.
Nice. Now say in Besançon. It's a town. What is a city?
Besançon.
Nice. That's what vowel listening does. Look how nice it is. I will be able to punish you, all of you. I will be able to punish you in person.
Je te
I will be able to. Modal verbs, ladies. Modal verbs. I can, I should, I would, before going into the bloody infinitive. Yeah. You can all do it with I can, je peux. I could. I will be able to. What's the verb to be able to, Auntie Susan?
Pouvoir.
And what's the will form of that, my love?
Pourra.
Why do you all think wills all he? I will be able to.
Je pourrais.
Good. Look at Auntie Lukey. You've all got installed this thing which basically says, don't say Ray, say ra for the will. That's fine for a he, but if it's a je, that's a bit, yeah? Just think your will matches your have. J'ai mangé, je mangerai. Tu as mangé, tu mangeras. Brie a mangé, Brie mangera. Yeah, it's going to match the have, all right? Good. C'est ça, je pourrais vous punir à Besançon. Slide, en personne. So, à Besançon, je pourrais vous punir en personne. Slide, mouth closed. À Besançon, je pourrais vous punir en personne.
En Buisson.
We are in a town, or you will be not invited. Like, what's the bloody town called? It's a town. À Besançon.
À Besançon, je pourrais vous punir
In person.
En personne.
Good. Now, if you can't get from one end of that sentence to the end of the sentence with the vowels intact and sliding, then do more sentences. Go to any one of the plethora of videos. Shout out to my mate Phil, who said the word plethora. I love a person with a bit of vocabulary. Yeah. Shout out to anybody that uses good vocabulary, quite frankly. But yes, but if you can't get from one end of the sentence to the next without going through all of those vowels, then chances are your mouth is doing too much, and you find it feels like Herculean. Oui, alors à Besançon, je pourrais vous punir say it in a way. This is a really good little trick. I said this to John Monroe earlier, lovely chap that I teach, who's been to Besançon with me. Say the sentence in a way that would scare a beginner. So, for example, if I went, je pourrais vous punir à Besançon, which is actually harder. But if I went, ouais, je pourrais vous punir à Besançon, even more slowly, je pourrais vous punir à Besançon, you'd be like, oh God, as a beginner, that would the join would scare you. Don't be scared by that, all right? Don't be scared by that. Keep going until that becomes second nature. The blurring. Good. Lukey does not like repeating himself. Especially when I'm in pain and I've not done other classes today and I didn't want to let bitches down and I'm having to re-explain where bloody pronouns go. Good. Otherwise you can repay the previous lessons that I'm reteaching. Pronouns go before all verbs except before the infinitive. If there's 2 infinitives, stick it 3 infinitives, stick it before the last one. Think how that works out with your top 6 and bottom 6. Yes? Good. You know how to pay me on Kofi. If you've enjoyed the class, if you're watching and you're not a member of this group, by all means, thank you very much. There's a Kofi link underneath. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The podcasts are available for grammar, for vocab, for listening, for reading grammar, for one-to-one speaking, and that's it. Good. Well done, people. I will see you next week. Loads of love. Good job, good job, good job, good job. All right, let me end.